This virtual safari begins with an all too familiar face, the Nkoveni Young Male. We spent an awesome afternoon as he was roaming around alone. We were uncertain as to exactly where his mother was, but when we found him, he was in the company of a young impala carcass. Now, we're not too sure whether he caught this by himself or he stumbled across it, but that's irrelevant. He was now just moving about in the most awesome golden afternoon light. He wasn't too interested in feeding, but rather just exploring, moving around through some of the longer backlit grass. Which eventually led to him settling down on a termite mound about 150 meters away from where the carcass was. The sun getting low to the horizon, the light now soft and gentle. It was backlighting him, so you could see the outlines of his ears, the whiskers in the light. But what was interesting was the ever-present buzz of the bush flies constantly buzzing around his head. While he was there, something caught his attention. We heard a soft leopard call coming from behind us. Moments later, another call, and he immediately turned around, was facing where the call was coming from, and he let off a soft contact call in return.
He's probably going to start running.
After that, we then heard yet another call, which caused him to get up and go charging off in that direction. It had to have been his mother. She had come back to collect him. As we turned around, we could then see her. The Nkoveni female had come back. The reunion between the two of them was tender as they nuzzled up against each other, brushing and bumping heads, wrapping tails around each other. But then, like a child wanting to show off his school project, he got up and went trotting off towards where the carcass was. His mother followed swiftly after. Go ahead. He then grabbed it and very clumsily and excitedly started to drag it back towards the termite mound where the reunion happened, almost sort of pleased with himself or proud of himself that he wanted to go and show this off to his mother. Okay, Mum, look what I got. Eventually dragging the carcass all the way back there, he stashed it underneath the bush and began to feed. The mother then settled down in some of the short grass and she was just happily content and resting there. Darkness began to set in, and with the carcass on the ground we decided to let them be, not to draw in any unwanted attention from any hyenas. Morning brought some good news. They had successfully managed to hoist the carcass up into a tree. And just as we arrived in there, the mother leapt up into the tree, and I scrambled to get my camera ready and only just caught her feet making their way up into the tree. But anyway, she was up in the tree, busy feeding. The youngster moving around on the ground, just sniffing at all the scents around here. It's still a constant learning journey for him. And he then eventually settled off on the side there. And we had the most phenomenal view from a distance, up above the Nkoveni Female as she was just feeding away. Rosettes illuminated through the dappled light of the branches of this marula tree. And just across from them was a large herd of zebra, wildebeest and impala, all just charging around in a clearing, chasing each other, and a very joyful, carefree scene unfolding in the distance there. And having that in tandem to the Nkoveni female up in a tree feeding was a pretty amazing way to end off the virtual safari. So I hope you've enjoyed this moment with the Nkoveni duo. So if you're enjoying these types of videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That'll keep you in the loop with any more of the content that we put out there. And drop a comment below, like this video. And for all of those that do enjoy it, we'll see you back here again next weekend for another virtual safari. But bye for now.